Persona 3 Reload.
Why would they get a divorce?
Hey, it's Yucatan!
Ace Detective? You're so dumb. More like stupid.
So I recently played Persona 3 Reload, and boy do I have some thoughts. There will be spoilers in this video, by the way. For context, my experience with the Persona series up to this point is I watched someone play through Persona 5 when it came out, and then I played through all of Royal when that came out. I absolutely loved it. More so Royal. The story was great for me, especially with Royal improving on things like Silly Pancake
Delicious
Boy
pancakes.
and the whole extra portion of the game. I still listen to Throw Your Mask Away, man. Anyway, my point is that I'm not very familiar with the series other than 5, which is very basic of me, I know. I do know bits and pieces about Persona 4 due to spoilers and clips of it, but I'm mostly in the dark about it. I knew even less about Persona 3 going in. Somehow I completely avoided being spoiled on any of the story. So when Reload came out, I instantly waited till it was on sale. $70 my ass! But I eventually got it because I knew I liked the Persona-styled games from Persona 5, and I essentially went into the game blind other than that. Let's start with the main cast. I will say I was a bit surprised by the main cast, as in I was not expecting to outright dislike some of them for a very large portion of the game. However, the vast majority of them did end up growing on me because they're all just goobers. The main character. I was a bit disappointed to find out that female MC did not make it into the remake. That was one thing I did know about Persona 3, and I was looking forward to playing as her, but Makoto was still fun. I liked his character design, and off of one look, when I started the game, I named him Blight Yagami because he's blue-haired light. I'm really creative, I know. Hold the applause. Yukari.
More like stupe, ace defective.
Okay, I actually have no idea what the consensus of Yukari for other people is, but I kinda sorta hated her. Her responses to things would just rub me the wrong way, and she was so snappy and hot-headed. Plus, she was just such a hater of Mitsuru for literally no reason. In her social link, you help her when she's outnumbered and in a bad situation, and she gets mad. Like, sister, you need to chill and learn how to just say thank you. Look, I get that that's part of her character growth, but that doesn't mean I enjoy dealing with her. Also, I just feel like she was overly mean to Junpei. Like, I get it, he can be annoying, but she was extremely mean to him sometimes. I even felt bad. However, as I said, the characters did grow on me, and man, when she breaks down in episode Aegis, I actually cried. Junpei!
You're the man.
I kinda wish I knew a little more about the game going in because nothing prepared me for Junpei. I thought he was gonna be my silly Ryuji like guy friend.
Trying to get rid of me?
I actually hated him for real pretty much right out the gate. At first I thought there had to be more to it. He couldn't just be this whack girl crazy loser who's jealous of the main character being the leader and wants the spotlight to himself, right? Right? Yeah, early Junpei sure is rough. His progress, too. I would think maybe he's getting better, and then he would go right back and do something whack. Like, it was one step forward, 2 steps back. I thought there was no way I would ever end up liking this dude. How did he grow on me? You're telling me I actually started to find him endearing at the end? There's no way.
What do you do to make yourself feel alive?
I don't know. Breathe?
Mitsuru! Best girl alert. Before I played the game, when I looked at the cast based on character design alone, I was like, man, I feel like I'm gonna vibe with these two. And would you look at that? Great story stuff with her.
If you insult him, you insult me!
Akihiko, he's such a meathead.
How about we add some protein powder?
I love him. One of my favorite, if not my favorite character in the game. His voice actor absolutely killed it. Whenever he yelled, my monkey brain instantly got hype, even if it was just a regular shadow battle where they were way under my level. He's also just so funny in game.
Working out while studying is quite an efficient use of my time. What do you say?
Why are you like this?
Fuka. Why was her confident just cooking simulator? Koromaru. What can I say other than he's a good boy? He's just a good boy.
Shake.
Ken. As far as child characters go, he was surprisingly likable to me. I didn't really enjoy the twist that he was just out for revenge very much, but that didn't ruin his character for me or anything. Just a bit of a cliche. Side note, I did not know this until way after I beat the game, thankfully. But apparently, in some other versions, you can romance him. Like, I'm sorry, what? That's absolutely insane.
It was delicious. No. Unless food was not delicious. Don't let yourself think like that.
I guess.
Man.
Robot, androidy characters are such a hit or miss for me. She was just jarring to me at first. However, as is the trend, she grew on me a lot. I also think her social link is great. I really enjoyed it.
In this scene, the main character says, "That ass better not crack under pressure."
Shinjiro!
Sucks to suck. The river. It just washed that dog away.
Man, this guy. I'm so glad I was not spoiled because I did not see his death coming until it was pretty much happening. Like, I usually see stuff like that coming from a mile away in games. They ain't fooling anyone. But my dumb ass was like, why doesn't he have a summer outfit? Isn't he hot in that coat? Ah, well, it probably goes with his lone wolf mysterious vibe. Why is the guide getting me to do all his linked episodes back to back? It must just be character to character. I sure do wonder how they're gonna solve his health problems. I was literally wearing rose-tinted glasses when it came to him for some reason. Okay, social links and side characters. Wow, so I found out after that this was the first Persona game to introduce social links. They're obviously not going to be at the more polished point that they are at 5, but I did not know that going in. You play so much more of a passive role in the links. I just thought, man, Makoto really does not give a fuck. Hey, my knee could be permanently damaged if I keep running on it, but I'm gonna. Yeah, do your thing. Hey, I'm gonna date my teacher. Go for it, bro. I'm gonna harass people until whoever was smoking confesses. Great plan. My parents are getting divorced. It's probably your fault. The links were wild sometimes. I'm not gonna talk about all of them, but here are some thoughts. I was flabbergasted by the fact that the main party is just one story link grouped together and none of the guys had their own ranked links. Miss Toriyumi walked so Kawakami could run.
No, 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 no! Just kill me now!
What the fuck, Kenji? Stop texting me. I don't want to hang out with you. Also, Claude?
Cool thing to say.
Child?
Must be fate.
Well, I better get going.
He gives out an orbit that makes other people ill. I think he's cursed. Wow, just wow, what a fantastic link. I was such an asshole to Pharaohs for no reason. President Tanaka was my favorite social link. Like, he just straight up was not a good dude, and he did not make an effort to better himself or anything. It was so funny. I died on the part where he said he inspired a lawyer to catch people like him. Hear me out. Why is Kurosawa so freaking hot? Like, he was distracting me every time he was on screen. I cannot be the only one who thinks this. I just don't like how familiar he acts with you right off the bat. Like, I just met you, dude. Back off. Why is he popular in-game? Pokemon trainer looking ass.
Well, see for yourself.
Her outings are amazing.
Woo!
Banging your head against a wall burns 150 calories an hour.
The villains. I'm gonna be real. I thought the villains sucked ass. Like, can you please put on a damn shirt? They just were not interesting to me. I did not care about their backstories, and they were not intimidating in the slightest. And this is coming from someone who loves a good villain. I like the girl's character design, though. And oh my goodness, the twist with the teacher guy being evil actually pissed me off. That I completely saw coming. His reasoning and goals are just so cliche and boring. Ugh. I loved the art for the game. The portraits for the characters looked so good. The cutscenes, the special attacks, they were beautiful. And the voice actors killed it. And don't even get me started on the music. Come on, it's Persona music, you know it's gonna be fire, but like... Getting an all-out attack with that playing scratches an itch I cannot explain. And then you get the boom boom. It makes me feel like I need to commit crime. And then the Polonia shops are just like,
I never felt like.
and then I was like running through the train and it was just like, things got sad and serious in January because like, haha, silly world ending things. Anyway, they play this absolute bop. I was dancing the entire time. I was so distracted in January. Let's just say I really liked the soundtrack. I think Persona games have some of the best turn-based combat ever. I never thought I could enjoy games like that because I was only ever really into action JRPGs, but Persona showed me the way. I am by no means good at the game though, so my party consists 50% of characters that I think are useful and 50% of characters that I just straight up like. Stop messing up my Persona fusion at the worst freaking time! Oh my... As far as Tartarus goes, I liked it more than I thought I would, but do I prefer the stylized palaces to random dungeon? Yeah, 100%. Don't let that distract you from the fact that
The Arcana is the means by which all is revealed.
he started switching Arcana about halfway through, I was like, wow, we really are gonna do all 12, huh? It was really fun though. Battle Hymn of the Soul was absolutely banging. Before I played any Persona game ever, I randomly heard the Velvet Room theme and I fell in love. I listened to it on repeat, and then Joker was in Smash, and I was like, oh cool, they did a hype remix of the track. That's nice. I had no idea it was the final boss theme of Persona 3. When the track started playing, I was like, man, this song is good. Yeah, I love a good final boss theme. And then it got to the aria part, and my jaw dropped. Now, as far as the story goes, I honestly was not that into it. People do say that it has a slow start, and I 100% agree. I just didn't enjoy most of the twist or the villains, like I said. However, I was literally sucked in the entire time I was playing, and there's a reason for that. I really enjoyed the character growth and most of the stuff to do with the main cast storylines. The day-to-day activities, social links, linked episodes were also just so fun to me, and I loved the themes of the game. Dealing with the looming threat of death and grief were just so impactful to me. And the ending, oh my. Sometimes I beat a game and I think, that was fun, but I don't think much about it after. Other times, like with this game, I beat it and the ending just sticks with me. It was hype, I was burning my bread, and then the main character was laying on Aegis and the game was giving me the option to close my eyes, but I didn't want to close my eyes. I had a really bad feeling about closing my eyes. It's fine, he's just tired, right? The absolute Giga Chad energy of the main character holding on with pure grit when he doesn't have the literal life force just to fulfill a promise with his friends to meet at graduation. And then episode Aegis comes along and adds so much to how much I loved the ending. The characters dealing with the grief of losing the main character, and then fighting them in duos was cool as heck. This was kind of my thoughts on Persona 3 Reload and Persona 3. I mean, I don't really think it's a review because I have no credentials for video games. I'm just like, I like game. And I have so much more games that I've played and beat that I would love to talk about. Subscribe for that. Haha, bye. They're obviously not going to be at their more polished point. They're obviously not going to be at the more polished point that they what the fuck? They are gonna, oh my gosh.